Hey guys, Fanboy Prime here, and I must admit, I was very jealous of everybody's 2022 free comic book day hauls. I live in a town that does not have an LCS. The nearest comic book store is an hour away, I believe. I'm not very fond of that store. I guess I could have traveled to San Antonio, but I work overnights. I wasn't going to have much time to do that. So I had to do without. But definitely enjoyed everybody's hauls. Looking at your pickups from the free comic book day event itself, but also I more enjoyed the back issue pickups you guys pulled on. Didn't have a free comic book day, don't have an LCS here in town, but what I did have this weekend was a traveling comic book store. Never heard of this thing before, and I'd have no idea why it wound up in my hometown, but decided I would check it out. So made my way to the hotel it was at. Kind of hesitant because I didn't know what to expect from a traveling comic book store. And when I rolled in there, it was pretty much what I expected. It would be like a flea market setup, but, a traveling. Okay, that's fine. There were quite a few people there, more than I expected. I don't know my town to be a big comic book town. Don't know many people in town who are fans of comic books. So it was pretty cool seeing others there. One guy hogging up the Star Wars boxes. Awesome. I'm glad he was able to find what he was looking for. I hit up the $2 boxes and the dollar boxes. With that, I wound up with a 22 book comic haul. We'll take a look at that. There's nothing especially special in here. Nothing, no keys or anything like that. Mostly run feelers, and mostly of one particular superhero we know. And if you're a fan of my vids, or if you've seen previous videos, we may as well put on our red trunks and our red cape, right? There were some other books there, some higher priced books. Some things I was kind of interested in, but I had to withhold. I had made a bigger purchase the previous day, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that too. So let's get to looking at the haul. All right, let's see what I got. Adventures of Superman 478, Time and Time Again, Phase 7. Man of Steel 76. Never a huge fan of the Man of Steel art, but I really dig this cover. Adventures of Superboy number 12, not a book I collect on the regular, but I got it because it is a Christmas cover, and trying to get as many of those as I can so I can decorate during the holiday season. Superman number 83, Funeral for a Friend Epilogue, a book I owned in my youth. Not sure what happened to it. It either got sold off or recycled, if you guys can forgive me for that. Action Comics 598. I own this book already. I probably own a better copy of this, but for $1 I said, hey, why not? I believe it is the first appearance of Checkmate. Superman 55. Time and Time Again, Phase 6. Action Comics 685. And it's Action Comics 685 second printing. So now all I need is the newsstand to complete the Action Comics 685 run. Superman number 51, first triangle number. So good get for me. I'm trying to collect all the triangle numbers. Well, I've said before, I'm trying to get most of the Superman books, post-Crisis to Infinite Crisis. Superman 105, I love this cover. Kind of reminds me of an older Marvel book. Adventures of Superman 460. The Adventures of Superman. Well, The Adventures of Superman Red versus Superman Blue, right? Adventures of Superman 555. I've seen Super Russ 9000 show off this book a whole bunch. I'm glad to finally own it. The Adventures of Superman 525. So shout out to Super Rust 9000. The Adventures of Superman 431. As well as The Adventures of Superman 449. So I have a pretty long run of The Adventures of Superman title early on. I have at least 424 through, man, it may be until 449. First time I've ever owned The Adventures of Superman 498, first printing. I had a third printing, a fourth printing, but I really love, once again, the yellow, especially popping on that black background. Also, a confession to make, I've never read the Funeral for a Friend storyline all the way through. I've always gotten 3 or 4 issues in and given up. I even bought a trade a few years ago on the cheap, and once again, just, man, could not make myself get through it. This is a book I owned in my younger days. Action Comics 695. Glad to have that back in the collection. Not sure what happened to my original copy, but you gotta love that incentive cover or that special cover, gimmick cover. Gotta love that 90s trash. Action Comics 687. This is a book I picked up. Not really sure if I own it already, but just got in case. Action Comics 675. This is a storyline I really want to read. Panic in the Sky. I now own 3 or 4 of the books. Action Comics 594. Finally own this in my collection. Action Comics 599, a book I previously owned and previously got rid of, but glad to have it back. And last, Action Comics 662. So definitely a good haul for me personally. You guys may see these books and think I wasted my time with wasted your time with this video. But man, I'm really, like I said, digging the early post-crisis Superman, as well as early 90s Superman, that kind of build up to Death of Superman. So definitely some good books. Looking forward to reading them. Looking forward to rebagging them, reboarding them, and adding them to the collection. Now, the purchase I made that kind of limited my buying options at the traveling comic book store was this bad boy. Galvatron. And with inflation being what it is and Hasbro raising their prices, this was a bigger purchase than I've wanted to make on a Transformer in a while. But Galvatron holds a special place in my heart. My grandfather got me the original Galvatron for my birthday when I was in kindergarten. So definitely bought this in his memory, in a sense. I may sell this one off because I do like the Generation Selects Galvatron that looks, the color scheme deals more with the, or looks more like the original toy. But that's a beautiful toy. And if my wife is watching this, she's finding out for the first time that I bought this. So, oops. But yeah. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the pickups. Comment if any of those books I picked up is one that you especially like. I know maybe I'll hear from Super Russ definitely on the Adventures of Superman kissing cover for sure. But thanks, guys. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your likes. Thank you guys for continuing to support the channel. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thanks. We'll see y'all next time.